This video is brought to you by Raycon. Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I am going to talk about Over the Moon from 2020, one of the newest animated films on Netflix. I had a lot of folks who hit me up about this one, like just tons of tweets, and I've been looking forward to this one myself. I saw the trailer, looked very competent, and I wanted to see it, and I did, and I liked it. Though I do have some criticisms, but we'll get to that in a bit. So going back to Over the Moon, it was directed by Glenn Keane, a guy who is an alumni of Disney Animation. He worked there as a character animator during the Disney Renaissance, Little Mermaid, Tarzan, and a bunch of others. So he has a lot of experience under his belt. And Over the Moon was his first time directing an international animated film. So the synopsis for this movie, and I'm gonna really summarize this, it's about a girl named Fei. She's 14, living in China with her family. She has her father, loses her mom. Years go on, her father starts to date a new woman. Fei's not ready to move on, believes that her mother should be loved by her father forever, the same way that this moon goddess, Changji, the moon goddess, I'll just call her that, the way that this moon goddess is supposed to be waiting for her lost love, because she took an immortal pill and now she's waiting for her lover to come back. So to prove this point that her father should wait for the mother, Fei goes to the moon to find proof of the moon goddess to convince her father to wait and not remarry.
In my rocket to the moon.
So at its core, this is a movie about grief, about mourning death, about accepting loss, finding new love, and moving on with your life. And I think that's a beautiful story. I think those are very compelling elements. When I first saw this movie in the beginning of it, I thought, okay, I dig this. I dig the direction this film's going. I want to know more. Also, the film's beautiful, visually outstanding. While watching this film, I thought, wow, there's so much effort and talent that has gone into this film. Like, I see other movies on Netflix, like from other studios from Canada or from the UK or from South Korea or whatnot, and I'm like, okay, you guys are onto something. But this movie, Over the Moon, I was like, wow, you guys have so much potential. There's some amazing talent at this studio, and it really shows on a visual level in the movie. It's also nice to explore Chinese lore, Chinese culture, learning about these names that I never would have discovered on my own accord because I'm an American. I don't know about Chinese history or the different fictional characters from their culture. So to see it presented on the big screen in Over the Moon is nice. I'm getting a different perspective that I would not have gotten on my own, most likely. And the character designs, wonderful. The moon goddess and her different outfits, ooh, fierce. Gotta say, she's kind of fiery in a very, very, very good way.
You think that you're so fast, well, you better think again.
The fictional characters on the moon, little jelly candies who are working at the palace, the lion guards, the giant space dog. I wish I knew the actual technical names of these characters, but just the Chinese fictional lore that's on the moon, the world, the city that's on the moon, the different outfits of these characters, Gobi, even the kids and the adults back on Earth. It just looks great. This is visually a very wonderful film. Now, as far as my criticisms go, okay, so I have a few. My biggest one is, funny enough, the lack of world building. This movie, to me, what I compare it to is Coco, where we are presented a fictional world where it's like, okay, here's a kid being thrown into it, and now they have to get their feet planted firmly on the ground if they have any hope of trying to accomplish the goal that they have for why they're even there. Like for Miguel in Coco, trying to find De La Cruz and basically prove to his family, like, I need a blessing to be a musician. And in the process of that, him going around the afterworld and seeing the beauty of it, the culture, the people, the different facets of Mexican culture, that was great. Coco nailed that. Here, when Fei arrives to the moon, I was excited. I'm like, wow, this city's beautiful. Love the visual style of it and just the way this world operates. I wish we could have spent more time with the people of the Moon City. I wish we could have seen what they're about, the denizens of this world, but that felt lacking. It's like, okay, we're getting a little bit with like the frog people, with Gobi, with the chicken riders, the chick bikers, the biker chicks, I think that's what they're called. Just a little bit. We got a little taste, but not enough to really satiate me. I wish we could have had more world building in that regard.
Welcome.
Some of the songs were really good. Some of the songs were, meh. I'm not a musician, so who am I to say anything? And then on the logistical front, and this is such a small gripe, I feel like this is a split end, if anything. I thought it was weird that Fei is like, I believe in the moon goddess. She has to be real. I also believe in science and can build a rocket to the moon. This just seems a little bit confusing and conflicting to me that somebody who is like so scientifically driven, like you should look at radar, like scannings of the moon. There should be something where like an uncle's like, I thought you liked science. Why do you believe in this mumbo jumbo? And she's like, you can believe in science and also believe in something bigger than science or something. I think that could have worked if they would have talked about that plot point a bit. Not plot point, but talk about that little loose end, in my opinion. It's like she's scientific and smart and can build a rocket, but at the same time, she really believes in something that feels like the Chinese equivalent of Santa Claus. And then the final thing, again, cherry picking. I felt like there were some Disney checkboxes in this movie where it's like, we need the side character animal who's kind of cute for the girl, the sidekick animal who's kind of goofy for the boy, and then another sidekick animal for the moon goddess who's kind of mystical. Also, we want the comic relief character on the moon, kind of in the fictional place. That way we can get a bit of his perspective on the setting. We've got the song numbers. We got the emotional, heart-wrenching plot that rips your heartstrings out. Okay, cool. Just things like that. It felt like Glenn, yeah, he definitely worked at Disney because that feels relevant in this movie with what he brought to the board and what he brought to the table. So not even really that much of a complaint, just an observation where it's like, yep, those are some Disney checkboxes if I've ever seen them. Not a bad thing, not necessarily an amazing thing, just a thing I noticed. But overall, I would recommend this movie. I wouldn't say that it's like perfection. Again, I prefer like Coco more to this. I think what Coco did with its world building really raised the stakes of its plot compared to here where it just felt a bit more shallow with it. I like the plot about like loss and accepting it. I recently went through an emotional episode in real life, and when I heard the final song about moving on and giving love to future loved ones, it made me cry, I won't lie, but I'm also in a very emotionally compromised position right now in my life, so it probably spoke louder to me than ever before because of where I am in life. So that's what I think about Over the Moon. I liked it. I would recommend it. Check it out. It's not perfect, but it's incredibly good. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll see you all next time. So a big shout out to this video sponsor, Raycon earbuds. I legit had my doubts about earbuds, but Raycon totally won me over. I use them all the time, while doing chores around the house, working on videos, exercising. And let me tell you, it's nice not having a wire getting constantly caught up in me all the time. I also appreciate how stylish they look, and they fit well in my ears too. They also come with earbud adjustments to get a fit that's perfect for you. There's also a recharging case that is very potent and can get your Raycon earbuds to full power 4 times over on a single charge. And best of all, Raycons aren't stupid expensive like other brands. They're fairly priced, but still have a high level of sound quality. I've been rocking the everyday E25s, and it's their best version yet. It has 6-hour playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, a rich bass to the sound, and a more compact design that gives you a nice noise-isolating fit. There are also new colors to pick from. Oh, and get this, celebrities such as Snoop Dogg, Mike Tyson, and J.R. Smith are huge fans of Raycons. So click the link in the description down below and use buyraycon.com/Saberspark to get 15% off your order. Again, I legit like these. I've been using them for nearly a year now, and I highly recommend them.